Here we have the Eggtimer Voice Module. It gets added to the LCD receiver to speak out some of the telemetry that it receives from the rocket. Let's open it up, see what we have. So let's take a look at the voice module. Have our parts list. We have a circuit board with some components, a DuPont cable, some solder, and that is the voice module components that you get with the kit. Let's begin assembly by placing solder paste on the surface mount pads on the top of the board. I am using a 3cc syringe and a 20 gauge applicator. Now let's place C22 that is found in the clear carrier with the red marking. Now let's place the 2R2. Now let's place C47, which is in the clear carrier with the blue marking. Now I use my hot air to melt the solder. I have the temperature set to 404 degrees Fahrenheit and the fan speed set to 1.5. Now I flip the board over and apply solder paste to the surface mount pads on the back of the board. Now I place resistor 103 and C.1. I use my hot air to melt the solder in place. I had mixed in a little too much flux and it was a little splattery, so I used my soldering iron with a chisel tip to clean it up. Now I flip the board back over and insert the resonator. And flip the board back over and solder it in place. I have my soldering iron set to 370 degrees Fahrenheit. I use my flush side cutters to trim the excess lead. And now I flip the board back over, and now I try to place the microcontroller, and the leads are spread a little too far apart, so I use my fingers to pinch them together to straighten them up. And we get close, and now I use my tweezers just to massage them gently into place. Now I flip the board over and use my iron to solder all the pins to the board. Being careful to avoid the other pads. Now I flip the board back over and insert the right angle header into the right side of the board. I have the header resting on the work surface and the PCB clamped into the vise, and that's holding it in place, and I solder the connector in place. And that is the assembly of the Eggtimer Voice Module. I am not connecting the headphone jack yet because I will have that mounted in the plastic enclosure that will be 3D printed, and so that will get wired in later. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.